Today we have 3 different golf balls at 3 different prices. We wanted to find out if spending more money on golf balls actually makes you a better golfer. We put the Kirkland Performance Plus, the Srixon AD 333 and the Titleist Pro V1 inside a simulator, tracking the spin rates and carry distances. The results? Yeah, we didn't see this coming.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a video that I'm quite interested in to see what happens myself. So we've got the Kirkland ball, the Srixon AD 333 and the Titleist Pro V1.
All brand new.
All brand new. So these two are sort of your budget balls and this is your premium. So what we're going to do, we're going to test how they perform for a 18 handicap.
Yeah, let's be generous.
5-ish handicap. Hit driver, wedges and maybe some irons, see what the day looks like and see if it's worth spending the money on that, or you might as well just go and pick up these. One thing to note with the Kirkland balls, this is version 3. Version 1 is the one that was known to be like incredible. Version 2 was a bit crap and then version 3 was crap as well, but they did a ghost update and didn't tell anyone. So this is version 3.5. You can tell that bit of the arrow on the ball is different on version 3.5 compared to 3, and apparently it makes a big difference in how the ball performs. Much improved, so we'll see.
Golf guru, I didn't know any of that.
I've been doing my research. Start with wedges. I reckon we set a benchmark with the Pro V1.
Let's do it.
See what the number comes out and then compare it with these two. Especially for wedges, we want to look at spin. Spin rate is probably the most important. So Pro V1, the Pro V1X is higher spinning than a Pro V1, so this is like your baseline.
So are we wanting more spin?
You wanting more spin, yeah.
So the ball with the most spin wins?
Yeah. For wedges?
Yes.
Okay.
8,000?
It's pretty good.
According to Mr. Trackman.
Yeah.
9,000?
Yeah, that was hit nice.
Another 8,000. Cool.
Okay.
So
Right.
what's the average there? 8.5?
8.5, yeah. Feel-wise, you'll notice that feels softer when you hit it compared to these two balls, most likely. It's just how much softer.
And is it worth spending the money on it?
Because they're double the price, if not more.
Per ball?
Per ball. 9,400.
Yeah, that was nice. What's this, 54?
54 degree, yeah.
Right, so I did my 56 at like 90 max. Try to put some swaz on it.
Yeah.
That was clean. Nice 8,000.
Yeah.
Averaging 8,750, maybe.
Yeah, ish. Quick maths. Depends if you're doing the mean, the median or the mode.
We're not engineers, by the way. Oh, nice divot.
Look like 3 pretty good swings.
Yeah, they're all nice, all straight. 8,000, what do I have? 8,000, 9.5 and an 8.
Yeah.
So just a bit above 8,500.
Yeah. We'll pop up on the screen as well the prices of the balls exactly. I'm pretty sure a dozen Pro V1s is like 60 quid, whereas Kirkland you can get 24 for £30. That's a third cheaper per ball. And I think the Srixon's maybe like £35 for a dozen. Right, so this is the Srixon. 7,900.
High one.
Wow.
So why do you want more spin?
Stop it on the green. Obviously there's times where you don't want as much spin. If you're like really into wind and you want to keep it lower, but that's less about the ball and more about the way you swing. Interesting.
Yeah, so what's the average of that? Around
9,000, I reckon.
Yeah, 500 more RPM.
Yeah. Now that will be a firmer ball than the Pro V1, which should result in more spin, which it has.
$9.4, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's so good about a Pro V1 then?
I think they've been the best ball and the most used ball in golf for so long that, especially for pros, you know, that are playing for money, they just trust a Pro V1 to deliver consistent performance.
So
Like,
it's not necessarily because they spin more.
Yeah, well, the thing is, this ball can spin more for you, But then when you start hitting it with the driver, it spins too much and you lose distance. So it's a balancing act. Like, it's not always just if you get more spin with a wedge. That's the ball you should play.
Yeah, all
So
around 9.3.
that's definitely spinning more. But as I said, like, it's spinning more doesn't necessarily mean it would be the best ball for you to use.
See, I'm at a point in my golfing career where I would just use any ball.
Well, I've had a ball fitting before.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It was free.
That's that 1% stuff.
Yeah, it was free. It was just at Worsley, and I got fitted for a Pro V1. But what he said is, even though it spins less on the wedges, it spins enough. But then when you start hitting longer clubs, the Pro V1X, which spun more as a wedge, spun too much. So the driver was just ballooning up in the air. So it's like trying to make sure everything's okay and one thing doesn't spin too much and one thing spins too, like sort of
Balancing it out.
So it's not always, if we hit these shots with wedges and say the Strixon spins the most, that doesn't necessarily mean overall it's the best ball. Right, Kirkland. It's gone left that. I am interested because this is the ball I use and I want to see, if it's actually helping me or if I need to change. Okay, that's spun more than the Strixon so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Now obviously we're only hitting 3 shots with each, so it's not a huge data set, but we're doing very similar swings, aren't we?
Right, that was a big drop off.
Yeah, I shut the face a little bit on that.
Because you do use these like as your only ball.
Yeah.
Where I just mix and match and use whatever. But I guess when you get to the lower handicaps, then 1%ers do matter.
I used to think it didn't make that much of a difference, but
That's gone high.
I've done a lot of research about it and being nerdy and worked out that it probably does to me. I can definitely feel the difference in the firmness of the ball.
Yeah, this feels the hardest out of them all.
Yeah, which is why it's spinning the most.
Oh, shank.
Should we
Yeah.
have that as an anomaly and
There had to be one in there,
a
didn't there?
retake?
There had to be one in there.
Still spun all right. 6,600.
That's much nicer.
Yeah, nice.
So that's 2 that are around 9.3.
Yeah,
Well, your theory's correct so far with the values.
yeah.
Look at that. Bang on.
Looking at the data, see the first 6, that's a Pro V1 from both of us.
Which is around
Which is,
8,000.
Yeah, average 8,000, maybe just over 8,000. And then when you go to the Strixon, straight away you see the jump up to mid 9,000s, probably averaging what, near to 9,000.
Yeah, probably around 9,300 around
Yeah.
there.
And then the Kirkland, I mean they're pretty similar actually, I'd say. Overall the average is probably quite similar.
Mine have definitely gone up.
Yeah, well 9,500 is the highest and that's with the Kirkland. So, and based on the feel as well, like you said, the Kirkland feels firmer, which is a preference thing. So off that, the Kirkland or the Strixon spin more than the Pro V1. If in your game you're lacking spin around the greens and in your wedge play, they're better options. But what will be interesting is when we hit driver, I have a feeling because of the spin, Pro V1s are going to go further because the other two will spin too much and go up in the air.
All right,
But
we'll see if
find
it's
out.
true.
Yeah, that's my theory. Right, Pro V1. Main things we're concerned about here, smash factor, so your ratio of club speed to ball speed, and then your distance and your spin.
Or if you're me, you only care about your distance.
Yeah, let's see how this feels after hitting yours. 157. I'm smoking it today.
I knew you were going to smoke it after hitting mine.
Yeah.
You've just gone 277 yards.
Yeah, smash factor is 1.48, which is high.
What are we looking for?
Higher the better.
Cool.
I think I'm right in saying you can't possibly get better than, it's either 1.5 or 1.6, like the physics of it, however the club works. Spin rate's good.
What do you want for that?
You want anything, well, I think ideal is around 2,500. So it's maybe slightly high. You definitely don't want over 3,000. See, that's not gone that way. Numbers, It's going far. Yeah,
2.7.
so based on that, that should be dead straight. Cause I've
Yeah,
swung
because your face angle and club path offset each other.
Yeah, unless I'm aiming that, I don't know.
Strike.
Okay, so that actually spun a little bit too much. Nothing crazy, like nothing you'd be really upset about. Very good numbers.
My turn, Mr.
Your
Pro
turn.
V1.
Yeah.
Gonna send him to the hole. Fucking hell.
I honestly felt like I sliced that last one.
Yeah, I
then
think for driver it does mess around a bit.
Everything else seems fine.
Face angle is closed, it's saying. Cool.
I just feel like you hold them off.
So that's a lot of spin, that.
That's a lot of spin. Where did that hit on the face? Do you know?
I'm not skillful enough to tell you.
Yeah. Because that jumping spin tells me that it hit high on the face.
Cool.
So it's not as much the ball.
I'm basically getting a ball fitting today.
Yeah.
That was a nice swing, to be fair.
Yeah.
3.5, 230. Okay, so high.
Yeah, it's been spinning quite a lot, that, which is surprising because I'm thinking the other two should spin more. Okay, Shrixon time. Now this is where the playoff of more spin with your wedges might be a detriment with the driver, because I think this is going to spin over 3,000. Yeah, 4,400.
Nice swing.
I felt like I was trying to hit the biggest nasty slice around a dog leg right there. Right, come on.
That's a nice drive.
Yeah. What I'm noticing instantly, spins up, distance is down, smash factor's down as well on the Pro V1.
Shrixon.
On the Shrixon, yeah. Yeah, that's a bomb.
Yeah, that's unreal. Nice and low as well.
Yeah, so spin's good there, probably about as high as you'd want. Smash factor 1.46, so slightly lower than I think than the Pro V1. Not by an extra £30 for a dozen of balls, would you really care?
But your spin rate is up.
Spin rate's up. But 2,900 for a budget ball is not bad at all. Like
Mr. Shrixon.
Mr. Shrixon. That's the ball I used to use when I was like a 18-ish handicap.
The good old days.
In the good old days, yeah.
This is straight.
Look at the spin.
5,000 spin.
That's how much a 7-iron spins.
I'm pretty sure I hit that. I don't know, maybe on the hosel?
Right.
I don't know, it wasn't clean at all. I think all my swings were anomalies.
Inaccurate data.
See, this is what's good about having a high handicap, it doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
That was a nice one, to be fair. Another really high spin.
Yeah. This ball's spinning and way too much for you.
Yeah, or it's a swing, but
Or it's a swing.
then it just goes to show having a nice ball doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, if you're not going to consistently hit it in the middle of the club face, it doesn't really make a difference. Bomb.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
See how it's only gone 213 yards?
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly, yeah. Smash factor's quite low. Spin rate's gone up.
That was a better one. Interesting.
Yeah.
Go on, Keeland.
Come on. Show me where I use you. It is crazy how cheap they are. £30 for 24, whereas Pro V1's like 70 for 12.
That's one. Fucking.
Should be a nice draw. Nope.
You're hitting my driver, by the way.
Match. That makes sense. I genuinely didn't even notice. That tells you how much I'm paying attention.
Just watching you like, no. There we go.
High on the face, that.
High spin.
Yeah. Try a middle one.
It's a nice drive.
Yeah.
Ooh, spin's
Spin.
not crazy high. High though.
Maybe I shouldn't be using those balls. nice, that one.
Another 3.5, cool. The sound it makes in here is crazy. Do mine sound as loud as yours, you reckon?
Yeah, they do sound loud.
Yeah. What's this, the Kirkland? Mr. K-Land. Shows what you've got.
Bullet straight, but
Spin rate,
spinning a lot.
as predicted.
Yeah.
Because I've not got my golf shoes on, that's why. Oh.
It's been raining. That sounded nice.
Yeah, my drives are definitely warming up.
Look at the spin.
High. I'm actually swinging it well now.
Yeah, warmed up.
Not the best swing, as the indication of the ball going left. High spin rate. Cool. Let's analyse some data.
So first 6 are Pro V1.
Spin rate's around
It's averaging
3,000.
Yeah, 3,000. Then you jump over to the Strixon, which there's one 2,900 there, but the rest are like near to 4,000. So what?
And a couple, well, yeah. Ignore the 5,000s, that was high on the club face.
Yeah. And then the Kirkland is arguably even higher spinning than the Strixon, which it was with the wedges,
I agree.
but you don't want that with driver. I mean, looking at that,
The distance did drop as well. Look,
Yeah.
you started on around 250 with the Pro V1.
yeah, carry.
Then
277 total on one of them.
yeah, and then on the Strixons you're around 250 total.
Yeah.
You got a 270 max, and then when you go to the Kirkland, the highest was a 260. So you've lost about 17 yards.
Yeah. Smash factor is better with the Pro V1 for me and for you. So from looking at the data, what I infer is that the Pro V1 is obviously better for a reason. You're paying crazy money for 12 balls. I think the other two are pretty similar, to be honest. I think the Strixon overall is sort of in the middle and is a little bit more expensive than the Kirkland. So I'd say maybe for your average person, based on this, the Strixon's the best. But also, like you said, if you're hitting all over the face, it doesn't matter that much. Like if you're a higher handicap, you might as well just get the Kirkland and just pay, like, I don't know how much it works out a ball, £1 a ball instead of £3 a ball.
Yeah.
You're going to be hitting it in the water anyway.
The biggest thing for me was not actually the data, it was the feel.
The feel of the ball.
I've never actually thought about feeling how soft a ball feels off
Yeah.
the face, how hard it feels. I did like the softball,
Yeah,
Pro V1.
Pro V1. And around the greens, little chips, that's so much better because
Okay.
you have more feel. Because imagine the hard ball, you hit a little chip and it just flies off. Whereas the soft ball, you get more feel with it.
That was the biggest difference I noticed between the balls,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I think I'm going to continue using the Kirklands just for value for money. I'm not playing for money, am I? So like,
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, unless you're like a proper golfer, I'd recommend either of the other two. To be honest, like they're good around wedge shots, which is where you're making your scores anyway with those approaches to the green. So I think it's just save you money, to be honest.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Great review.
Yeah, that was good. Hope you enjoy.
We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.